the sun, and also we have discussed about sun geometrical relationship. Okay, now these four reasons I'll explain in the next class. I told in yesterday class, right? Solstice and equinox. If you see four parts, December 21 or 22, that is solstice, and equinox, and again June 20 or 21, solstice. What is this solstice and equinox? Equinox, nothing but an astronomical event that happens twice. Okay, it happens twice in a year, once in a spring and once in a autumn each year. Okay, equinox will happen in a two times. It will happen two times for 1 year. Okay, one in a spring and once in autumn. Each year, when the tilt of the earth axis is inclined neither away from or not towards the sun. Okay, during equinoxes, the tilt of the earth is 0 degree, and because of its duration of the day and the night are almost equal on equinox day, that is 12 hours. Equinox occurs on 20 or 21st March and 22nd or 23rd September each year, and both days has equal length of the day and night. What they are saying is equinox will occur on 20th or 21st March, okay, and 22nd or 23rd September each year, and both days will be having a equal length of day and night. Next, what is solstice? Solstice is meaning is sun stopping. Okay, its meaning is sun stopping. An astronomical event that happens twice. This also will happen twice in a year, once in a summer and once in a winter. Each year, when the sun reaches its highest position in the sky as seen from the north or south pole. What they are saying is, each year when it will happen, solstice means when sun reaches its highest position in the sky as seen from the north pole or south pole. During solstice, the tilt of the axle of the earth is the maximum at 23 degree, that is 23 degree 26 inch. Next, solstices are preferably referred as June solstice and December solstice, and this will occur on 20th or 21st June and 21st or 22nd December each year. Okay, during summer, the day of the solstice is the longest day of the year. You might have observed during summer days, even 6:30 also it will be visible. Okay, it will be sunlight will be visible. Okay, like that. During summer days, solstice during summer, the day of the solstice is the longest day of the year, and during winter, the day of the solstice is shortest. Okay, during winter it will be shortest day of the year. Next, summer solstice. Here, the first day of the season of summer, hours of daylight are increased. Hours of daylight. That's what I said. Summer days. In summer days, even 7 o'clock, the daylight will be visible. Daylight will be there. Okay. During summer seasons, hours of daylight are increased in summer season. Okay, in northern hemisphere, the sun is the farthest north, and the length of the time between sunrise and sunset is the longest of the year. Okay, in northern hemisphere, what happens? The sun is the farthest north, so, and the length of the time between sunset and also sunrise is the longest of the year. Sun rises to the north of the east, sets to the north of west. The sun is visible in the sky for a long period. It's known as a northern solstice because it occurs when the sun is directly over the Tropic of Cancer in the northern hemisphere. Solstice dates varies. Okay, it may vary in solstice date. It can happen anytime between June 20 to June 22. Okay, 20 to 22. Depending on which time zone you are in. Okay, June 22 solstice are rare. The last June 22 solstice took place in 1975 and there won't be another one until 2003. Okay, so the varying dates of the solstice are mainly due to the calendar system. Most Western countries use the Gregorian calendar, which has a 365 days in a normal year and 366 days in a leap year. Okay, a tropical year, the time it takes the earth to orbit the sun completely is, that is 365.24219 days, but varies slightly from year to year because of the influence of other planets. Okay, it may vary because of influence of the other planets. Okay, the exact orbital and daily rotation motion of the earth, such as the Hubble in the earth axis, also contributes to the changing solstice dates. Next is a vernal equinox, the first day of the season of spring and the beginning of a long period of sunlight at the pole. In the northern hemisphere, March 20, that is, the sun crosses the equator moving northward. And the southern hemisphere, September 22, what happens is the sun crosses the equator moving southward. Okay, this is about the equinox and solstice. Okay, they will not ask in the exam, but you should know about the what is the equinox and solstice. That's why I told. Okay, no need to worry. Just to understand purpose only, I have explained this much. Okay, this is actually not there in syllabus. Now we shall go to the syllabus that equation of time. Okay, in last class we have discussed about hour angle and also we solved the problem on that. Okay, now equation of time. How we can find out the equation of time? The difference between the local apparent solar time and the local mean solar time. Oh, what is the equation of time means? It is the difference between the local apparent solar time and local mean solar time. Okay, the actual equation of EOT is apparent solar time minus mean solar time, but slightly varies from year to year due to variation in the earth, because eccentricity is nothing but not circular. Okay, it is not circular. Earth eccentricity and obliquity and in the time of the solstice and equinoxes. For a century, that is either side of the year 2000, it may be approximated by the formula, that is EOT is equal to 9.87 into sine 2b minus 7.67 sine open bracket b plus 78.7 degree. This is in terms of minutes. Okay, equation of time, it is in terms of minutes. This can be further simplified as EOT is equal to 9.87 sine 2b minus 7.53 cos b. Okay, sine 78.7 minus 1.5 sine b. This they have solved. Sine a plus sine b they have solved. Okay, sine a plus sine b means cos a plus b divided by 2, like that you will get. Okay, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Okay, cos b, first cos b minus, you'll get 1.5 into sine b. Okay, so next this formula sin A plus sin B, they have substituted and you will get this. Okay, sin A plus sin B. B is equal to 360 into n minus 81 divided by 365. This is in degrees. B is equal to what? 360 into n minus 81. Okay, n minus 81 divided by n minus 81 divided by 365. Okay. Another formula or equation for EOT can be expressed as okay. This is a plus B formula is a sin A cos B. Okay, sin A means sin A plus cos B minus cos minus cos A sin B. Okay, this is a cos A means they have taken 78.7 degree. Okay, that they have substituted and you'll get the 1.5. B is equal to 360 n minus 81 divided by 365. This is in terms of degrees. And another formula for equation of EOT can be expressed as EOT is equal to 9.8 into sin 2A plus 7.6 into sin A minus 0.2. This is a approximated equation for EOT. Okay, this is another formula. A is equal to what? Here we don't know the value of A, right? What is A? A is equal to K into n plus 10 plus 0.033 into sin K into n minus 2. This is K is equal to 2 pi divided by 365. For example, n is the total number of days of the year, then example n is equal to 1 or Jan 1, n is equal to 33 on Feb 2. Okay. Remember that is during leap year February month will have a 29 days year. The level of accuracy required in determining the EOT will depend on whether the designer doing system performance or developing tracking equations. An approximation for calculating the EOT in minutes is given by Wolf, that is 1968, and it is accurate to within about 30 seconds during daylight hours. EOT is equal to what? 0.258 into cos alpha d minus 7.416 into sin alpha d minus 3.648 into cos 2 alpha d minus 9.228 into sin 2 alpha d. These are the equations you need to remember. There is no other method to write for that equations. Okay, you just need to remember where the angle alpha d is defined as the a function of n, that is AD is equal to 360 into n minus 1 divided by 365.242 in degrees. That is a 1 year means 365.242 they have written. N is equal to what? The number of days counted from January 1st. This is about the time. Okay, equation of time. Next is the declination angle. Declination angle of the sun is the angle between the rays of the sun and the plane of the Earth's equator. Declination angle means it is an angle between the rays of the sun and the plane of the Earth's equator. The Earth axial tilt called the obliquity of the ecliptic by astronomers is angle between the Earth axis and a line perpendicular to the Earth orbit. What they are saying is that is the Earth axial tilt is the angle between the Earth axis and also line which is perpendicular to the Earth orbit. Okay, the Earth axial tilt changes gradually over thousands of years, but its current value is about epsilon is equal to 23 degree 26 inch, because this axial tilt is very nearly constant the solar declination angle varies with the season. One thing you need to remember, the declination angle is nothing but it is the angle between the rays of the sun and the plane of the earth equator. And what about the earth axial tilt is nothing but the angle between the earth axis and a line perpendicular to the earth orbit. And because of this angle tilt, okay, because of this tilt, it is nearly constant, and also solar declination angle will vary with the seasons also. Due to the solar declination angle, it will vary with the seasons, and its period is 1 year. Okay, at the solstice, the angle between the rays of the sun and the plane of the earth's equator, it will reach a maximum value 23 degree 26 inch. Therefore, delta is equal to plus 23 degree 26 inch at northern summer solstice, and delta is equal to minus at the southern summer solstice. Okay, northern plus, okay, delta is equal to plus, and for southern minus. Okay, at the moment of each equinox, the center of the sun appears to pass through the celestial equator, and the declination angle is 0 degree. Also we have discussed, right? At the moment of each equinox, the center of the sun appears to pass through the celestial equator, and the declination angle is 0 degree. Figure, you'll understand this is the equation of time figure. Okay, this is the equation of time in minutes, and this is the month of the year. Okay, January, February, like that. Here minus 14.29 minutes on Feb 11, and here May, during May it is a plus 3.72 minutes on May 14th. Okay, minus and plus indicates that is northern and southern hemisphere. Okay, at the moment of each equinox, the center of the sun appears to pass through celestial equator, and the declination angle is 0. Next, the plane that includes the earth equator is called equatorial plane. The plane that includes the earth equator, you have observed, right? At the equator, that is called an equatorial plane. If a line is drawn between the center of the earth and the sun, what between the that is drawn between from center of the earth to from the center of the earth and the sun, then the angle between this line, the earth equatorial plane, is called the declination angle. And it is a figure. If you see the figure, you'll understand. Okay, this is the figure. This is sun ray, article circle, line to sun, and this is the declination angle delta. Okay, this is the angle, what they are saying, declination angle and equatorial plane, and this is the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, and this line is nothing but Tropic of Capricorn, and this Antarctic circle. This we have already studied in school only, right? In school only social studies we have studied about this Tropic of Cancer. Okay, here declination angle. This declination angle is nothing but what they have said. Nothing but the if a line is drawn between the center of the earth and the sun. Okay, and also they have said that at the equatorial plane, equatorial plane is here. Okay, equatorial plane is this one, and this line to sun, this is a line to sun. Okay, from here to here, this angle, this is nothing but the declination angle. Okay, so at the time of year when the northern part of the earth's rotational axis is inclined towards the sun, the earth's equatorial plane is inclined 23.45 degree to the Earth to sun line. Okay, that angle, it may be declination angle. What they are saying is 23.45 it will be. It is observed that noon time sun is at highest point in the sky and the declination angle will be plus 23.45. This condition is known as summer solstice. We have already discussed, right? Summer solstice. Yeah, it marks the beginning of summer in the northern hemisphere. And here what they are saying is Earth continues its yearly orbit about the Sun. A point is reached about the 3 months later where a line from the Earth to the Sun lies on the equatorial plane. That means declination angle will become 0 here. At this point, an observer on the equator would observe that the Sun was directly overhead at noon time. This condition is called the equinox. Since anyway on the earth, the time during which the sun is visible is exactly 24 hours and the time when it is not visible, it is a night time, that too 12 hours. It is equally divided, that is they are saying is 12 hours daytime and 12 hours night time. This condition is called what the condition. An observer on the equator would observe that sun was directly overhead on noon time. Overhead at noon time. This condition is called a equinox. There are two such conditions during a year: the autumnal equinox on about September 23rd, which marks the start of the fall, and the vernal equinox. We have discussed, right? An autumnal equinox and vernal equinox, that is September 23rd and also March 22nd. Okay, it is the beginning of a spring. Okay. At the equinoxes, the declination angle is 0. I have already said that. The Earth is shown in the summer solstice position angle when delta is equal to plus 23.45. The definitions of the tropics as the intersection of the Earth-Sun line with the surface of the Earth at the solstice, and what is the tropics? Tropics nothing but intersection of the Earth to Sun line with the surface of the Earth. Okay, intersection of the Earth-Sun line with the surface of the Earth, and the solstice at the solstices, and the definition of Arctic and Antarctic circle by extreme parallel sunways. This declination angle can be approximately obtained as sin delta is equal to 0.39795 into cos 0.98563 into n minus 173, where the argument of the here is in degrees and the n is the total number of days calculated from January 1st. The annual variation of the declination angle is, that is, we have already seen this diagram. Okay, see, if you see this diagram, you will understand vernal equinox will occur in the March. Okay, summer solstice, this will be from March to September. Autumnal equinox, it will start from near to September to December. Okay, this all from January to March, it will be vernal equinox. Okay. Okay, in next class we shall discuss about the latitude angle and also solar altitude angle. Okay.